habits are changeable, so we can change ourselves, our habits.
I think habits are changeable. Yes, yes, I do. Yes, I agree with you. Because a lot of people in the world, they change what they like every single years. So I think so.
Yeah. And have you ever done something out of habit?
Hmm. Habit.
To do something out of habit, something that is not really familiar for you, but you do it. So out of
Yes.
habit.
Normally, usually, I do some things that are out of habit. Yes.
So what is that? For example, the last thing that you've done and it was out of habit.
Like riding a bicycle in a long
Ah,
distance. Yes, I'm not usually doing that because
yeah,
I was too lazy to practice exercise right now.
yeah, of course. So tell me about your habits. I want to know about your habits. So what do you normally do? What are you
Normally,
really familiar with?
I normally like to stay with my family and or I want to sleep or days. If I don't have nothing to do, I usually lie on my bed and yes, lie on the bed and sleeping and surfing the internet and playing games. Yes, do relaxing.
That was really, good, perfect habits. Just okay. Just how to say when you want to talk about your habits, the first lesson. Of course, you can say I like, good and common. We use it, so I like, or I tend. So you know that we use the verb tend. So I tend to, okay, do something, and you can also say I'm in the habit of what? Of walking, of being with family, of talking, for example, of doing some chit chat. Okay, so of and after that of going for walk. So something like this. So just after of you need to know to use gerund or ing form of verb, but just know. Okay, and tell me about something that has become a habit in your life.
Mm, like and when I was in school, I usually go to sleep at 9 a.m. So it just become my habit
Yeah,
normally.
yeah. So it's become a habit.
Yes.
So, well, and now how to talk about bad and negative habits. So do you have any negative habits, something that you really would like to change it, or I don't know, to give up this habit?
Yes. I usually I usually live very messy in my room, which is a habit that I want to change immediately.
Yeah, of course, of course. So how to say I won't stop a habit. So first of all, how to say that I have a bad or a negative habit. So because when you say I have a habit of, it's okay, perfect, you said, but you can also say I've fallen into the habit of. So it means it's not good, but I've fallen. So I have fallen into the habit of something, of, for example, being messy. Okay,
Yes.
and I want to stop it. So how to say I won't stop it? I'm trying to break or to kick or to give up this habit. So it's your choice which one you feel more comfortable and you want to use. I'm trying to break or to kick or give up this habit. Okay, but it's difficult, of course. Well,
Yeah.
do you think your habit is annoying?
Some of them is annoying, but some of them is make a lot of people feel pleasant and make the world better. Like a lot of people want to clean up
Yeah,
everything, every churches, clean a beach, clean a river. So I think that habit is good. But
of
some
course.
people they like to be noisy. They like to listen to some music at midnight. They want to yes. So it's quite a bit annoying.
Yeah, of course. And do you think snoring is an annoying habit if someone snores?
Yes, I stay in my school, and when I sleep, there's a lot of people who sneezing. So it's quite annoying me at night and snoring, and it's quite annoying me. I cannot sleep.
Of course. Yeah, of course. Who snores, and yeah, it can be really annoying. Well, so just let's talk about, the structure before we get started with this topic. I want to talk about the structures that we normally use to talk about our habits for past, for present, for future. Do you know any structures that you can use to talk about your past habits?
Uh, no, I don't. I have to learn that.
Okay, so used to. That is perfect structure. Of
Oh, you,
course, you can say that I am in the habit of, but when it comes to the past, present, future, okay? So how to talk about our habits, that's really perfect and good grammar. So let's talk about this. First of all, past. Maybe this one is the easiest and the most common. Okay, so because I used to, for example, I used to be really messy when I was younger, but now I'm not. This is my habit for past.
yes.
Or, of course, you can use negative form. I didn't used to. I didn't used to drink milk in the past, but now I drink. So it was not my habit in the past. So used to and base from over. Now, if I want to talk about present, now, for example, I always drink coffee in the morning. This is my habit. So I am
Yeah.
in the habit of drinking coffee. I can also say I'm used to drinking coffee every morning. So this is present. I'm used to. As you can see, the structure is subject plus be plus gerund or ing form of verb. I'm used to.
Yeah.
I'm used to plus used to. Okay, plus gerund. I'm used to. Okay, drinking. I'm used to playing. This is my present habit. And we have another
Yes.
one that gets used to. Something that you become familiar with. You are not familiar, but you want to become. This is the process. So to talk about the process of becoming familiar with something. So maybe it's not
Yes.
your habits now, but in the future it will be. And you can use this past, present, future. So get used to is perfect. For example, I think, I think I will get used to, for example, getting up early by the end of the summer.
Yes.
I can't now, but What is the structure? Subject, and after that, if you choose to use get, past, present, okay? So I get used to again gerund, ing form of verb. For example, actually I've been living in New York for about 2 years, but I still couldn't get used to, for example, get used to this hustle and bustle. After get used to, you can also use noun, so it's okay. Or I'm used to just noun. For example, I couldn't get used to this noisy and hustling, bustling place. Okay, I couldn't get used to, for example, wake up early. I couldn't get used to live with a roommate. Okay, so you can use it in different forms and, of course, structures. Well, it's your turn. Let's talk about your past, present, future, or your habits using these structures.
Yes. Okay. I can say that I used to be very hardworking when I was in school. As you can see that. So right now I am used to sleeping until the midnight. Sleeping until the
Midday.
midday. Yeah, yes.
Oh.
And I'm getting used to mm, I'm getting used to wake up early.
Yeah, I
I'm,
think you will. You will get it. You are getting, because now you have actually your classes in the morning. So you can say, I think I'm getting used to, for example, getting up early morning. This is present continuous. So day by day, I'm learning how to wake up early. So I'm getting used to, because I have some classes in the morning. So I think I'm getting used to getting up early. So you can
yeah.
say, okay? So this is about these three structures. They're really useful structures. I love them. And you can normally use, because it's really difficult when you want to say habit. Of course, there are some phrases that you can use in the habit of it's okay. But for example, when you say, I think I will be in the habit. No, you can't. So you need another structure.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So this one. I'm tired to spend less time on my phone and pay more attention to people around me. Well, why do you think we need this? So what is the first thing that you check when you open your eyes?
The first one I check is my schedules in my phone. Any plan today I have to done. If there is no plan, the plan was blank, so I continue to sleep. But if if there is something that I have to do in that day, so I wake up.
Yeah, so you're perfect, I think. So just check and say, okay, let's keep going with sleep. Yeah, just do you think, we have maybe most of people all around the world, we are used to checking our mobile phone just, once we open our eyes. So do you think it's a negative habit, or no, you think it's something essential, so it's not a negative habit?
Yes.
What happened?
Let me think. Let me think. I'm
Oh,
thinking. I think we need to consider why they're checking their mobile phone, because there's a lot of people checking their phone in the early of the morning just for their work. That's fine. That's nothing problem. But there's some people who open their eyes and hold the phones and playing games and or surfing internet immediately without doing any personal activity in the morning. So I think it's a negative
Yeah,
habit.
of
Yeah.
course, of course. It can be negative. So it depends on the purpose of doing this. So maybe you have to, so it's okay. And okay, isolated. I'm afraid that moving abroad will make me feel increasingly isolated. So do you have any idea the meaning of this word? What is isolated and how, what make us isolated? So,
Um, Usually the person who isolated with another side, another part of the world, usually an antisocial person, like they don't want to expose with the natural, they want to interact with the
yeah,
technology, the people outside, the socials. So just be at home, and
yeah.
these things can make a person become, you know, um, I don't know to say that word, but like upset, like
Of course, maybe depressed, upset. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So, and why do you think? What makes people actually to feel like they want to be apart from all human being? Why? What makes people feel like, they want to be isolated, to be alone, and to be, I don't know, as I told you, apart from all the people?
hmm, I think because they are introvert person,
Yeah.
or because they're if in an old person, um, an old person that I think they don't have enough health to do something
Yeah.
that require a lot of energy. So yes,
Do you think society, condition, situation can make people isolated?
absolutely yes, especially with some person who like I forgot that word. Let me check again.
Of course.
Hmm. When we talk about with another with a when we talk with another people with a bad meanings, bad word. Yeah, yes, discriminate, especially with the people who usually discriminate or say something bad about other people. I think the victim will be upset and they would like to isolate it with everyone.
Yeah, of course. Maybe some attitudes, people's manners, behavior make people more, introverted. So they don't want to be, and I don't know, in connection with other people. So I do agree. Well, so just let me say something about another and other. So, another, like an other. N is used, you know that this is indefinite article that is used for singular nouns, yeah? So it's the same about another and other. So it's like another is always singular
Yeah.
and it doesn't describe anything specific. But other is used for plural and non-count nouns. They're general. So the other, okay, for specific nouns, the other students. But when you say another students, another student. So just, pay attention to the use of another and other. Another as an indicates, and is used for singular now. So we say an other, so just one, singular. And it doesn't actually refer to specific noun. But when you say other, general, plural, if you want to make it specific, you say the other, the
Yes.
other people. Okay, so well, let's keep going. So being isolated. Let me ask another thing. How do you feel when you're alone? Are you happy with yourself? Do you like to keep yourself to yourself? Do you enjoy?
Sometimes, just sometimes. I usually I stay alone when I feel sad, when I feel tired, and when I feel that I want to be myself. So I usually stay alone.
Yeah,
And yes, so
but usually you are a people person. You want to be with people.
I think I want to be with people every day. I want to talk. I want to go outside and see a lot of people, and I
So
will feel
yeah, you are
so that
people person.
yeah, people person.
Yeah. Well, and now let's talk about this stuck in a rut, Sometimes we feel like that we do something, I don't know, the same things every day without any changes. So we are on a monotonous way. There is no change. I don't know, going to work, doing the same things, and it makes us feel bored, tired. So, what do you think? Have you ever got stuck in a rut? Be or get, both verbs are usable. So, or you can feel stuck in a rut. Be, get are two verbs that you can. So, you feel like that you got stuck in a rut or you are stuck. So, both are usable. So, have you ever felt stuck in a rut?
Yes, always, especially when I have pressures in my studying work, and I want to change it. I want to go outside for working immediately. I want to, you know, too much pressure make me feel like I am stuck in a rut, something like that.
Yeah,
And
of course. And what do you do normally to get rid of this feeling?
usually, I will talk to my our sister, like I said before, to talk with her to yes. And when she gave me some advice, and I also have advice from my mother too, who is very experienced, and
Yeah,
she gonna give me how to get out of it.
yeah. And do you think trip can be a good way to, I don't know, get rid of all this negative feelings? I don't know, take a trip maybe.
Yes, absolutely. That's why a lot of people right now they are usually travel to a lot of place for healing.
Of
Yes,
course.
in this place I'm staying, I see a lot of foreign people, like they want here for to rest, get out of the work, get out of the busy street or building, something like that, to have a natural life with
Of
in
course.
the future. Yeah. So,
Of course, I do agree with you. So because of this, people choose to be in nature. They want to be in nature, and no matter where it is, like I don't know, it's desert, sea, or forest, so no difference. So just they want to be a part of nature. Maybe it can relieve that stress. Well, tell me about yoga, meditation, so of course, and yoga. So what do you think? And nowadays is, of course, it's really common, popular in countries. So most of people, a lot of people, do yoga and do meditation to relieve stress. And what do you think about it?
yes, my mom is a person who do yoga every day. So he say that when she finished her work at a company, she feel very stressed. She felt very stressed, and yoga is was the way for her to give it away. Yeah,
Of
and yes,
course.
he say that when our body was moving, that we can feel the power, the energy, the force that go around us and make it feel better. She say that.
That's perfect. Actually, I can say that I have nothing about yoga, but I really like it. I see people, and I think, yeah, it's really good, maybe activity, especially for your mental health, not only physical, but also your mental health. The rhythm, the music that you do yoga with, it's like really relaxing. So it's chill out, relaxing. So I think, yeah, it's a really good
Yeah.
way, especially after an eventful day.
Yeah.
So full of events. So it's good to do some yoga. Well, so these words are easy, usable. I'm not going to talk about them more. Okay, so let's talk about habits more and more. Okay, well, let me check this one. Okay. Oh, where'd it go? What is a 3-day challenge? Do you have any idea about this? 3-day challenge?
Yes.
Yeah. So what is that? Can you talk about it? So, and what can we do before we read? Of course, we can read it, but I want to know because, I heard the name 3 days challenges. So it's a way to change our habits, you think?
Yes. It's a way that you get used to with the life without your negative habit.
Yeah, of
Like
course.
yeah.
That will be
Even
perfect.
yes. Even
And with
nowadays a lot of people play the challenge.
just yeah. Okay, just of course, I want to know about maybe if you want to mention one common habits in your country that you can see among people. I know people normally do this and normally follow this, continue with this actually tradition or habit. So what would it be and what is that?
I think it is something in the internet. It is something that was become very very worse in my country. Become
Ah,
worse
of course.
because
Okay. Yeah.
when I see in the movie or in a video in a foreign country in another country, say uh, in a cafeteria, I can see that the people who sit and talk with each other and change some stories within Vietnam. I see that they usually hold their phone all day and just
Oh,
yes, they go with everybody. Like they go with their friends, they go with their partners, they go with their colleges. But
oh,
in a in a cafeteria, they just only hold their phone and surf the internet.
yeah.
So I think yes, this is a negative habit.
Yeah, I think actually it can be a global issue, I think, nowadays. So we see everywhere, unfortunately, especially when it comes to younger generation. So they really tend to, surf just, we don't surf in or on the internet, just surf the internet. So surf the internet. Okay, so we don't say on, or if you want to use preposition, don't forget about the use of on. Okay, on the internet. So, well, we're going to read this text, but before it, let's learn some good phrases. Okay, how to say it's difficult to change a habit. What phrase can, of course, you can say it's difficult to change a habit, and no one says that, oh, what was that? It's good, it's perfect, but we have another one that says old habits die hard.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to change the habits. Okay, so it's difficult. Sometimes it's not necessary to change a habit. Say, okay, this is not good, but it's not essential. It's not necessary to change this habit. Why do I need to change it? We all have some habits that it's like, okay, maybe it's not really good one, but there is not actually no harm. So it's okay, we can have this habit. So how to say? We can say when you want to say, it's not necessary to change a habit. You can say, why break the habits of a lifetime? So you can say this. So why break the habit of a lifetime? That is, it's not necessary. Okay, so it's not. Okay, so it's okay. And of course, we discussed stuck in the rut that I am or I get. So you can say, and when you keep with tradition, you will continue with your habits. So you can
Yeah.
say, I would prefer to keep, or I'm keeping with tradition.
Yes.
That is, will continue with my habits or tradition.
Yes.
Okay, so, well, just these phrases. And now, okay, so do you believe in this idiom? Old habits die hard. Do you believe
Hmm.
it?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. And do you have any habits that you don't find essential to change it?
Absolutely, some messy lifestyles. I want to change.
There is
No,
no harm.
yes,
Yeah.
I think there is no way for me to change that lifestyles, even if I try my best. I just always forget about how to put the things in the right way. I just throw it and I come to do another work. So yes,
Uh,
I'm trying to change.
but of course, I think you need to, because especially, before, because, until you've not flown the nest. So we have an idiom that is really good one. Fly the nest. That is to leave home. So of course, for example, after 18, 19, most of young people actually decide to leave home. So say they fly the nest, and some people celebrate it. So it's really not so, okay, they want to leave. So until you fly the nest, I think it's better to follow your mom's rules and not to be messy. That's really important. Well, so let's see, what is this? Okay. Jasmine, could you read it, please?
I have just finished my first challenge, no Facebook for 30 days. At first, I thought it would be impossible, but I noticed after 5 or 6 days I felt much more relaxed. For one thing, I have more time on my hands, but more importantly, I began to pay attention to things around me more, especially the people. I realized that I often use things like social networking to avoid the outside world.
Well, next one. So, do you think that giving up social networks such as Facebook or Twitter will do you actually do good, or something like, I don't know, it can be helpful?
Yes, I think it's good because I could say that Facebook is a way for us to relax, not make me feel very pressure. And a lot of people who stick to this social media a lot, and it's causing some negative negative uh, consequences.
Yeah, of
So
course.
to keep up the social network is a very good.
Yeah, of course. And have you ever, I don't know, decided to stop using social networks and, like Facebook? especially Facebook?
I think I have tried several times, but my record was 7 days.
Ah,
And
but it was good. Not bad, 7 days. Good. Yeah, of course. Maybe next time you can set a best record of you. So why not?
yeah,
Well, tell me, have you seen Survivor program? Survivor? I
it's
think you will
quite
like it. I think you will like that.
yes,
People who need to live actually in a remote island, really actually a remote place, not only island, and they could be famous people, celebrities,
yes,
actors, or singers, and they need to compete each other. So they live in really horrid conditions, situations. So without phone, without social media. So it's interesting, I think. So
yeah,
and one winner, actually how and the show, when you watch this show, this program, you can see that how people are out of control when they're hungry, when they are out of their habits, and they make some people like, I don't know, monsters. They behave in a way that you've never expected. Like, what was that? But it's interesting program. Well, morning person, read it, please.
Before challenge, I was not a morning person and never had been. But now I find a new love for morning and how much more I can accomplish in a day. I'm not going to lie, I'm still up my bed, but who doesn't? It was never going to feel awesome to get up early in the morning. If I wasn't able to fall asleep early in the evening, so something had to give eventually. Actually, how to say that word? Eventually.
Eventually means finally, eventually.
Eventually, I became the person that could fall asleep within an hour of trying to in the evening and not hate the world when my alarm went off in the morning. That progressed for sure.
Yeah, of course. So, of course, when your alarm goes off and you say, oh, again, I need to wake up. So, of course, I think it's a good one.
Yes.
Well, okay. How could you describe a morning person? What are the benefits of being a morning person? Of course, you are not, but you are. Now you are. You are? Just let me
Yeah.
today. I'm sorry. So today, when did you get up today?
It's about 8 o'clock.
8. Oh, good one. So, okay. So tell me about morning person. Just describe a morning person.
Um, I think morning person who always have an energy in the morning and who like don't feel any tired when they wake up. They they seem to be like always ready to do anything.
Yeah. And do you think is beneficial to be morning person or to wake up early? To be an early bird?
Hmm. I'm sorry, I don't understand your
Okay,
questions.
so yeah, but I'm asking about the benefits of being early bird. Early bird, a person who wakes up early morning.
Yes, I think the first thing he might feel is refresh their body. The second thing is he can ready for their work and he can be awake from with their work. With a person who sleep all days like me, sometimes I feel tired when I working or studying.
Oh,
But with the person who get early, I think they can feel they can in Vietnam solely they can eat some good dishes in the early morning.
really? So why?
Yes,
Why just early morning? So why?
because some store, some shop, some food dealer They wake up very early and they prepare their store. So
Ah,
the first person who eat might be the best. I think so. Like the quality
ah,
dish. If you
yeah.
come if you late, you have to taste something was left, like something was
Ah,
not.
of course. It's not fresh anymore, so I got
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Wow. That's interesting. Well, and now the next one. No smartphone. But this one is difficult.
Mm, yes. I will lie. The first few days, I feel very isolated. I have certainly given up the primary communication tool that most of modern society uses. I felt I was missing out on my friends' life. I no longer had access to their Facebook new feed on Instagram post. But after a week, the anxiety is gone and I actually feel very relieved. I was not distracted by email or alert or Facebook notification. I start to interact with people in real life, and you know what? I'm starting to feel in love with newspaper again, which were pretty cool. In the end, I was very glad to have my phone back, but I learned to put my smartphone down and enjoy the wonderful world around me. Yes.
Wow. Okay, just here. This word relieved. Relieved.
Relief.
And yeah, of course. And you know, this word, live and leave, you know that if you use it as a verb, leave, if you use it as a noun, it's live. Okay. So
Yeah.
phrase lives, and this one is relieved. Okay. Well, so yeah, living without technology. So what do you think? Living without technology can improve the quality of our lives or no? It's not something essential and we need because we are dependent on technology. So what do you think?
I think we can still live good because in the past there is no technology, so but they can live for 1,000 of years. Wow. So I think yes, this can improve the quality of our lives. You can go outside and observe the world. Yes, I think so.
Yeah, but sometimes it's needed. Okay, nowadays people are glued sticks to their phones, even when they are hanging out together. So as you said that, yeah, for example, you see, what do you think about this important thing, phenomenon? So,
Hmm.
and what can we do? For example, if you could take an action, if you could make a decision to deal with, to cope with this issue, what would it be?
Let me think. Yes, I think coffee shop. Coffee shop right now they should I don't know. They should limit the time that you can access the Wi-Fi or internet because some people who sit all day in a coffee shop just for access to the internet and surfing it. So I think we should encourage people practice more with friends, make more friends, and change their life. We can make a banner.
Yeah, good
So I
one.
think so.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, this one maybe can be a good idea. No phone zone. So I think it's not bad, Just, you are not allowed to use your phone if you want to enter, if you want to spend time with your, I don't know, friends, relatives, family, so you can enter. If not, just, stay out. So do you agree?
Um,
But maybe they will lose something by doing this.
I, I don't know. Maybe with the friends, relatives, and families, we like we relative is quite hard to staying out, but friend is usually, and
Yeah.
family is easy too. So I think it's nice for us to have a dinner with each other in the weekend.
Yeah, just we don't say in the weekend, on or at. So on the weekend, at the weekend, we don't say in the weekend. Okay, just for specific days, we use on, and in is so general there, and we can't use it here. And now, so if we, I don't know, make people, maybe if we ask people not to enter our place with their phones, or if they enter, they are not allowed to use them. Do you think it's a good idea to, I don't know, change people's habits? Or no, maybe it can be negative and it can have some negative sides for the business. So what do you think?
Let me think.
For example, if you
Hmm.
go somewhere and you see that, okay, written something like a banner, like, okay, you are not allowed to use your phone here. If you want to
Yeah.
use, stay out. So what would you do? You enter or no? You just find another place.
Well, um, I think I personally, from my perspective, I gonna go to another way. Yeah, because I understand the view of the customer. They want to be convenient, so that's quite a hard thing to solve, hard problem to solve if you want to change people habit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe. Well, oh, so we have a listening. Let's see what is that. So try something new for 3 days. Just let me check. Okay, unit 7, the last period. Okay. Okay, try new. So let me share just one moment to share my screen. Let's see. Okay, this one.
A few years ago, I felt like I was stuck in a rut. So I decided to follow in the footsteps of the great American philosopher, Morgan Spurlock, and try something new for 30 days. The idea is actually pretty simple. Think about something you've always wanted to add to your life and try it for the next 30 days. It turns out 30 days is just about the right amount of time to add a new habit or subtract a habit, like watching the news, from your life. There's a few things that I learned while doing these 30-day challenges. The first was, instead of the months flying by forgotten, the time was much more memorable. This was part of a challenge I did to take a picture every day for a month, and I remember exactly where I was and what I was doing that day. I also noticed that as I started to do more and harder 30-day challenges, my self-confidence grew. I went from desk-dwelling computer nerd to the kind of guy who bikes to work for fun. Even last year, I ended up hiking up Mount Kilimanjaro, the highest mountain in Africa. I would never have been that adventurous before I started my 30-day challenges. I also figured out that if you really want something badly enough, you can do anything for 30 days. Have you ever wanted to write a novel? Every November, tens of thousands of people try to write their own 50,000-word novel from scratch in 30 days. It turns out, all you have to do is write 1,667 words a day for a month. So I did. By the way, the secret is not to go to sleep until you've written your words for the day. You might be sleep deprived, but you'll finish your novel. Now, is my book the next great American novel? No, I wrote it in a month. It's awful. But for the rest of my life, if I meet John Hodgman at a TED party, I don't have to say, I'm a computer scientist. No. If I want to, I can say, I'm a novelist. So here's one last thing I'd like to mention. I learned that when I made small, sustainable changes, things I could keep doing, they were more likely to stick. There's nothing wrong with big, crazy challenges. In fact, they're a ton of fun, but they're less likely to stick. When I gave up sugar for 30 days, day 31 looked like this. So here's my question to you. What are you waiting for? I guarantee you the next 30 days are going to pass whether you like it or not. So why not think about something you have always wanted to try and give it a shot for the next 30 days? Thanks.
Okay, tell me, according to his speech, so what is the most important thing about a 30 days challenge?
I think he's one expression that he can experience more things that he wants to do in the past but he cannot do, like climbing a mountain, like taking a picture, something like that.
Wow,
And yes.
of course. And what are the three challenges that the man in the video mentioned?
um, we can learn that he say that some small things can make a big result, big consequences. Some
Of,
small change can make a big things. So I think this is a good one because he said that he gave up sweet sugar for a month and the result is have a lot of sugar.
and he cycled to work, another good habit.
Yes.
So of course it was really good, and he wrote his novel in 1 month. So that was really good. Of course, not a perfect one. So as you said, we need to start with small changes, not really big. Big is difficult, maybe. And uh, could he change after the challenge?
Um, he say that he yes, I think it can change.
Of course he could. If he couldn't, he wouldn't talk in front of all those people. So of
Yes.
course he could get the results so that he would talk about his experience in front of all those people. Okay, well, maybe later we can try a 30-day
Yes.
challenges. I don't know, maybe we can try it. I don't know, but what is that? I need to think about it. What challenge I can try? Okay, well, and that's it. We discussed this topic in details, and it's time to ask any questions if you have.
Scan, no, I don't.
Okay, very good. So, thank you again. A perfect time with you, and have a brilliant, fruitful day.
Yes, you too. Have a brilliant
Thank
day.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.